So in this video, I'm going to have a conversation with the beautiful Yaz about why women reject men that are nervous or scared when they approach them, and why being nervous or scared isn't the real problem. So Yaz had an interesting interaction today, right?
Yes.
And a man came up and introduced himself to her earlier today while she was having lunch. And can you kind of tell the story of what happened, how it went? And he was really nervous apparently, so I'll let you say it in your words.
Well, this guy just came over to me today while I was having lunch, and he passed by. He was waving and smiling. I was very polite. I smiled back at him. But he was very doubting, and I can see like a very fragile man instead of seeing a strong man and protective man. So he came again to my dining table. He mumbled. He said something I didn't really understand. I laughed back at him, and then, he went away because he couldn't. He wasn't strong enough, and I knew all of this.
So you laughed at him, or you laughed at what he said like you were enjoying it?
Yeah, as if I was enjoying it. I just wanted to be polite. I didn't want to be mean. So he left, and then I was like, okay. He left, fine. I was enjoying my lunch. 10 minutes later, he came back, and he doubted so much to put that bag on the table. And
he doubted to put a bag.
Yeah, he doubted to put a bag, right?
So he was nervous about putting a bag on.
Exactly. He was very nervous to approach me. And then I could tell everything. He finally said, "Can I join you for lunch?" And I said, "Yeah, okay." He started talking, asking questions. I would just answer. Nothing that will attract me to him. Nothing that he will say that will make me feel, totally happy or content. I just really wanted to have lunch. That was all. So he knew I was a dance instructor. So he didn't say, "Oh, I want to take you out." He said, "Oh, I want to take one of your dance lessons."
And he knew because you told him.
Yeah, exactly, because he told me. So yeah, it was.
And what did you say about that earlier today when you said, "Oh, you're a dance"? He said to you, you told him you were a dance instructor because you told me this earlier.
Yes.
And he said, "Oh, you're a dance instructor," and you went. What was your response?
I was like, "Oh no, I didn't say that to him." I was like, "Oh no, this is gonna be the perfect excuse for him to see me again or ask me for my phone number."
Okay.
And I shouldn't have said it.
And then he did just that, right?
And he did just that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so don't be surprised, guys. Women see through what you're doing. They get it. They get you're trying to meet them. They get you're trying to get to know them. And that in and of itself is part of the problem. A lot of you act like you're being coy or being clever, but your fear, your nervousness, your anxiety, all that shows through. You're not being as clever as you think you are. So it'd be better in that situation to be more direct. Now, his nervousness wasn't the real problem.
No.
Okay. Have you ever, and we're going to bring this up, this is really important. Have you ever had a man approach you? Maybe you haven't. Have you ever had a man approach you that was nervous but owned it?
Yes.
He was really it was almost like, I'm going to bring my confidence and I'm going to push through the nervousness and say hi confidently anyways. And this is what you guys don't get. You can't get rid of the nervousness. If you try to repress the nervousness and approach and act confident, cocky, wall off, well, that just makes you look walled off. She can't feel you. But if you show the nervousness, she doesn't get attracted because you feel insecure. Neither of these work. The real answer is to show the nervousness, be honest, but then show up inside of it anyways. And have you ever had this happen to a guy?
Definitely, I have.
And what was that like?
I got nervous, and we start giggling is the word. We start giggling, both of us, and then he broke it. He opened up, and then he connected to me, and then boom, I gave him my phone number, and I just wanted to see him, because he was strong enough. That was a turn on. That was a turn on. When you try to hide it, it's a turn off because I see you weak.
So what does this look like? Let's talk about it, because you can see how excited she got thinking back to that time a guy did it with her. And it's really simple. If I'm nervous and I walk up and I shrink and I'm like, "Hi, I just want to talk to you," and I'm not looking you in the eyes, I'm looking away, looking out the corner of my eye, and I'm shaking a little bit, and I just want to tell you, you look really pretty, and I just wanted to meet you. Do you mind if I join you for lunch? And that kind of energy is really unattractive, because a woman is looking to see if a man can handle the shit when the shit hits the fan. That's one of the most important things. Can he be there? Can he be there in the face of fear? But the problem isn't the fear. The problem is, can you show up in the face of fear anyways? So if I'm walking up and I'm nervous and I'm shaking and I'm jittery and I look at her and I get really nervous and I tell her that and I'm like, damn, I want to come over and say hi to you and I'm nervous. I'm shaking right now. Look what you're doing to me. And I own it in the midst of my nervousness. That can work. And that will also start to get rid of your fear the more you do it. So what is that? How does that feel different to you when a man does that?
It's a lot of strength around you that surrounds you. The strength, the masculinity of a guy. When that gets close to you, you feel attracted to it. That's what I felt.
Yes. And if you're slightly nervous, I want to add one more thing to it because this is really important. If you're slightly nervous, you're not totally shaking, but maybe your lips shaking a little bit, just let it shake. Be okay with it. Show up anyways, even if you don't call it out. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm shaking. That's what I'm thinking inside, right? I'm thinking inside, I'm just shaking, I'm nervous, but I'm here showing up anyways. Hi, I want to meet you. What's your name? You have the most beautiful eyes. I love them. And just sit there and go for it. Take a risk. What a woman really appreciates in a man, and you correct me if I'm wrong, is a man that shows up in the face of fear.
Yes.
So let me ask you, in some cases, can a man who has a little bit of fear when he approaches you but shows up fully anyways be more attractive than a man who has none?
Exactly.
Why is that?
Because it's showing me something we call in Spanish coraje, courage. It's called courage. So we like to see those attitudes. We like to see those men skills, and whomever that wants
So
to
it
talk
tells
to us.
you, this is how I take it, you tell me, it tells you how this guy is going to handle himself in a difficult situation.
Exactly. That is what it is.
Good. So with that said, is there anything else you want to add?
Well, no, I would just like to invite all of the men to remember that you guys were born male for a reason. And we like that. We like the masculine, we like the male guy. It doesn't mean that you have to be rude or super aggressive in a physical way. No, just be aggressive towards life and be aggressive towards what you really want. That's what we like,
Awesome. Great advice. And I want to thank you for doing this video with me.
You're welcome.
And it was a spontaneous one. When she showed up today, I thought this is a great topic. You guys got to hear it and hear it directly from Yaz, because this happens to Yaz all the time. I hear these stories all the time. And so I want you guys to comment. I'd love to hear what you think about this video, particularly. And I'd love to hear more of what you want to learn about for sure. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like the video if you liked it. And remember, only the confident really live. Right, and they've been doing a lot of asking him what he likes, what kind of experiences he wants to have, that kind of stuff. And he's starting to drop it all. And slowly, a little bit of time with a little bit of encouraging. So that's basically what you guys are going to do. Anybody that has that sexual when you do it, well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video, what causes that and how to get past it. Because it's a common problem. I had it myself. It felt really weird when introducing myself to new women. I would stand there awkwardly, look at them awkwardly, and I didn't understand what that was. And I tried.